MoneyOnMobile is very much in the center of an initiative put forward by the government of India called Digital India. It's a pretty broad label, but one element of it is something called the digital locker. The government of India has authorized the creation of an online digital locker to store key government documents in electronic form. So these would be important business papers, birth certificate, marriage license, death certificate, whatever you might need to store for later use and access and transfer. You no longer have to transfer a physical piece of paper. So this is an important initiative. MoneyOnMobile is a distributor of the digital locker. We partnered with Microsoft and Enfold, the company that provides the technology, as well as the government, to distribute the product to our user base. But in addition to that, we're the authorized payment gateway for the digital locker. The charge for a digital locker is only 1 rupee per month. That's about 3 cents in US currency. And it's meant to be very inexpensive for Indians to join it so that they will join in large numbers. The key thing here is MoneyOnMobile is the only company with a cost of processing that's low enough to actually handle a rupee and do so profitably. So that's why we were selected as the payment gateway for the digital locker. There, I think, will be other things that come along in the Digital India initiative that are similar to this that we can also enable.
A digital locker is a place wherein I can store the documents digitally, that is on the cloud. We would be one of the first players to launch a digital locker in our country, and this ensures that a common man or the end user can now put his documents onto the cloud. When I mean he can put his documents on the cloud, is that he need not worry about the safety of his documents. For example, I have a PAN card or Aadhaar card which I need to store on the cloud. Now, how do I do it? Because in the current scenario, these are the important documents that are required at various places, either by the government or by the public sector. So in short, if I need to open a bank account, I need to carry these documents with me. If I need to get a driving license, I need to carry these documents with me. So in short, I need to have these documents with me all the time in case I am using any of the government or a public utility. Now, when I put this on my locker, I can download it with ease as and when it is required. Now, since we say that it is very difficult for an individual who do not have access to technology, who does not have a smartphone, how am I going to put a document on the locker? And this is where MoneyOnMobile plays an important role. We will be using these services in an assisted model. The end consumer who wants to upload the documents onto the locker can walk into my retail outlet. He can produce the documents to the retailer. The retailer can either scan the documents or take an image of the document and create a locker for this end consumer. He can then upload the documents on the locker, and the end consumer can start using it as and when required. And this entire services will be available to the end consumer as low as ₹1 per month. So this eases the problem of storing the documents and carrying the documents across. If also you look at a scenario of a migrant labor, he shares his room with 10 to 15 individuals. So it is difficult for him to keep safely these documents. Secondly, when he travels apart from his place of work, he might need to access the documents at many a times. So a digital locker comes in place. He can just download the link, access the documents, and send it across to any entity or any concerned person. So this is one of the products that we are launching shortly.